everyone and welcome to my channel. I just wanted to give an update on my medication. Last time I was on here I was on the 30mg of mirtazapine and I said I was going to give it a try because I tried it before and it just wasn't working. Well, this time around again it wasn't working either, so I've tried that twice now and I know like that's not the medication for me. I was getting really anxious and really irritable and angry and just not myself. Like normally I'm a really laid back person and I've got quite a lot of patience. I've no patience for anything at all. And yeah, the eating as well. I was still wanting to eat loads and I was still gaining weight, but I was trying to control it and the weight was still coming on, even like trying to control it. I was just thinking if I stay on this, like in a few months time, like I'm gonna be like really overweight. So I spoke to the doctor and I just said the main thing was it was the anger as well. It changed me as a person and I was just like unsettled and really restless and just really unhappy, like miserably unhappy. So I spoke to my doctor and we decided on duloxetine because it's apparently good for pain relief and it's an antidepressant in one as well, and it's like commonly used for like fibromyalgia and endometriosis and things like that. So he said to drop down to 15mg of mirtazapine for a week, which I did, and then I went on to the duloxetine. So the first 2 weeks on the duloxetine was awful, really awful. I was so anxious. The irritability and the anger are gone. Like as soon as I stopped the mirtazapine, the cravings, the anger, the irritability, like that just lifted. But I don't know if I was so anxious because I was coming off mirtazapine and also starting duloxetine. I don't know if it was all the duloxetine causing it, but for 2 weeks I was going out my brain. I could not sleep. Like the insomnia was crazy. I was so anxious. I couldn't eat. Like I didn't pretty much eat for 2 weeks. I was having to take like smoothies and things like that just to try and get something in me. I felt constantly sick and I was sweating and it was quite a 2 week, but I'd read that a lot of people feel like that in the first 2 weeks, so I thought just ride it out, and I did. Now, over that 2 week, I even took some propanolol at points because my anxiety got so bad. I don't think my anxiety's ever been as bad as it was for that first 2 week. But after that 2 week, I was taking 60mg of duloxetine in the morning. That started to settle down, my anxiety dropped, and I started feeling something more like. But I was still struggling to eat. That is getting better, but the thing with duloxetine with me is it's the complete opposite of mirtazapine. I find it harder to eat on duloxetine, but I'm thinking maybe that'll settle down because it is kind of settling down a bit. I sweat quite a lot on duloxetine. So then I spent 4 weeks on 4 weeks on the 60mg of duloxetine, and then the doctor said, because I was also taking 10mg of citalopram, and he said we'll knock the 10mg of citalopram on the head, and he doubled my dose of duloxetine to 120mg. So I was taking 60mg in the morning, 60mg at bedtime, and I thought, oh god, the insomnia is going to be horrific again. I'm going to go through all this what I went the first time, but I didn't. It actually wasn't that bad doubling my dose. I'm starting to sleep a bit better now. One of the reasons I went on mirtazapine in the first place was my sleep. Like my insomnia is horrific. So I was never like really a great sleeper, but I'm better now than I was when I first came off mirtazapine. Like I literally didn't sleep or eat for 2 weeks. It was horrific. But I'm more relaxed now. The duloxetine's really helped my pain, like my endometriosis pain. At certain points it gets pretty bad, but it's manageable, and my fibromyalgia pain is manageable. My mood's good. I'm feeling better than having a long time. I'm doing more than having a long time. I'm feeling quite positive and uplifted. So I'm feeling quite good on it. I've heard it's really, really hard to get off. I've heard people really struggling getting off it, but for me right now, I don't plan on really getting off it. You know, I've been on medication most of my life. I'm 42 now and I've been on medication since I was 21, and that's not something I'm really thinking about right now. I'm kind of thinking the here and now and, you know, how I'm feeling, and it really is, it's helping my pain a lot. And you know, my anxiety's down, and I think it really is helping. Now, the sex side of things with duloxetine or mirtazapine, it for some reason mirtazapine made me quite horny. On a lot of antidepressants that I've been on, like sex drive's died or gone down, and then when I've come off the antidepressants, I've got my sex drive back. But yeah, mirtazapine, my sex drive went higher. Duloxetine, I don't have a sex drive. Like it's actually gone. I only get a bit of a sex drive, I think about 2 days out of every month. I feel a bit horny. So it's kind of killed that a little bit. But I'd heard that too as well. So there is that as a downside to it as well. I've lost all the weight I'd piled on mirtazapine. I lost that pretty quick, but then again, I couldn't eat, and I wouldn't recommend that. But I really couldn't eat for a few weeks, and even now I try and eat little and often just to get something in there. But I've been on duloxetine now a couple of months, and it is settling down a bit. So there are like good points to it and bad points, but everybody's so different, aren't they, with what medication might work for you and what's not. And the hard point is like with things like depression, anxiety and chronic illnesses and things, I've found that over the years I've had to try so much medication, you know, to get like the right one. But I've been on gabapentin in the past, and I've been on pregabalin, and as far as pain levels are concerned, the duloxetine's better than that. And I'm like, with the gabapentin, it used to make me physically throw up sometimes at night time, and I get terrible side effects, and I get hair loss from that, and I get acne from that as well. I've not had anything like that with the duloxetine. My bowels at first were quite good, my IBS, after coming off the mirtazapine, but now they're starting to get pretty bad again in my bowels. IBS is something I've always had, but I think it kind of goes hand in hand with endometriosis, does IBS as well, doesn't it? So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy on the medication I'm on right now. I wish I could sleep better. I've been trying all kinds of things like melatonin, I've been trying magnesium sprays, CBD, things like that. And when I was going through that 2 week of hell, nothing was working at all. And like I say, I've not taken propanol in a long time, but I had to. I was just something, my heart was going out my chest. So, you know, I've heard a lot of people going on duloxetine saying that first 2 week as well. So that's just something to look out for. But that did pass, and I'm glad I'm over that hedge because I'm feeling so much better now. So I hope this video helps anybody, and if you like this kind of thing, please like and subscribe. I will keep popping up videos of my journey with my illness and my depression and medications that I'm on. I'm still taking Cocodamol 30 over 500 milligrams as and when needed, but I used to be on that like all day, and like that's cut out now to as and when needed, hardly ever. I'm no longer taking the ibuprofen, basically because I read that it can increase toxicity, and I think duloxetine thins your blood a little bit as well, and I'm not sure if ibuprofen makes that worse. I'm not sure, I might have read that wrong, but I'm staying away from ibuprofen for that reason. And the metformic acid, which I used to take for my endometriosis, I've stayed away from that as well because it's an anti-inflammatory, and I don't think that goes too well with duloxetine. The doctor didn't tell me this, I kind of researched this myself, but yeah, my pain meds with the duloxetine have gone down quite a lot. So yeah, I'm happy at the moment, but I will keep updating you. And thanks guys, I will catch you on the next one. Bye.